Okay, thanks for participating in the elementary French program. This is lesson 2. Watch the video while you're watching it. Follow along with the lesson plan. This was emailed along with the link to this video. So the first thing when you get back into the classrooms, remember it's pacing. You want to keep things moving. So the first thing you're going to do, if you want to, if the kids seem like they liked Où est Georges and they want to do it more, then certainly you can warm up with a game of Où est Georges, where you one of the kids hid the little stuffed animal. Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle. Right? That was really helpful. Okay, but this week is about expressions of comment ça va and also numbers 1 through 10. So the first activity, whether or not you do Où est Georges, the first activity is the comment ça va scavenger hunt. But before you do it, you have to introduce the language. So the language you're introducing is the question, comment ça va? And 3 possible responses. Bien, comme ci, comme ça, mal. So what we want you to do first, introduce. There are at least two of you. Comment ça va? Ça va bien. Comme ci, comme ça. Model it. Do facial expressions, downtrodden, finger, thumb up, thumb down, so. Model it several times, and then get the class to listen and repeat. Okay, listen and repeat. Comment ça va? They say it. Bien. Comme ci, comme ça, mal. Get them to do that a couple times. Then you're going to pass this out. You have this from last week. Each child gets one. They're going to write their name on it. Right at the top it says, Je m'appelle. And then the question's right there for them. Comment ça va? So they're going to go around to 5 people. You want to explain this and you want to model it. Comment ça va? Oh, sorry, back up. First thing you're going to ask, Comment tu t'appelles? Je m'appelle Bob. This student is going to write Bob, the name of the person. Then they're going to ask the second question, Comment ça va? Say they answer, Bien. Then you draw a smiley face here. So make sure you model this activity. Okay, next activity is you're moving right into numbers. So you're going to give the students the numbers 1 through 10 flashcards, and you go over it. So have them spread them out on their in order on their desks and read through them. They can touch the numbers as you say them, so you can hold it up. They repeat. As they repeat, they can touch their card on their table. They can hold it up. They can stare at it. You want them to really focus on it. Deux. Hold up the cards. Each student gets a set of these cards. After you've gone over the cards...
Mr. Zamanek, if you are still in the building, call extension 1613. Mr. Zamanek, call 1613.
Once you've done the cards for a little bit, then you're going to do the song from last week. Most classes did not listen to this song. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Je m'appelle. I guarantee they listen to that a few times. They'll never forget how to pronounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then some of them will even be able to do the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So sing that a couple times. Again, most of you are playing them straight from your iPhones or your devices, but they really are good enough. The next activity is dice. So you're going to have some dice, and each group gets, I think it's a pair of 2 for every, is that right, Clara? For every 2 kids, they get 1 die?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to pass out the dice and get them like partnered with someone who's sitting next to them. And then just to practice, they're going to roll the die. They're going to see the number, and they're going to say that number. So while the kids are doing this, they're rolling the die, they're looking at the number, they're checking their card. Trois. And you're walking around, you hear some kids say, Trars. Then you correct them, you help them. Remember the song, 1, 2, 3. They'll get it, okay? So you're circulating while they're doing it. Have them do that just for a couple minutes, and then they're going to do chutes and ladders. It actually says snakes and ladders, and this is one of those games that kids can be at their own pace. So between 2 kids, they get 1 game board. They already have their die, and now you're also going to give them 2 game pieces. So one's red, one's gray. They're going to start on start. You're going to roll the die, and the only way to advance is to count the numbers out loud as you move. 1, 2, trars. No, I didn't get it right, so we're going to go back. My next turn, I'll try it again. 1, 2, 3. okay? Because I rolled a 3, so I have to say them. So if a kid is like, oh, toi, toi, no, they have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have to count all the spaces. Then the next turn, oh, I'm starting on 12. I still got to count. I rolled a 2. 1, 2. I'm not counting 11, 14 because they don't know those numbers. Every time they count what they rolled. Now, snakes and ladders, it's like chutes and ladders. When you land, you get to go up the ladder. If you get on the snake's head, you slither down backwards. So you can explain that to them. You can model that. And then you're pretty much done. If you end up having loads of time left over, if they like the snakes and ladders, they can do that several times. They can play. You also see, if time is allowed at the bottom, you can sing the song again. And Clara's also put a link to another song that if you are able to get that, it's on YouTube, you can do that number song. And there are, even if you want to just review with the number cards, go right ahead, okay? Come stop by, email Clara, stop by my classroom, ask if you have any questions. Super.